Oh my God, why did they do that? Why did they do that at the last minute? Guillermo, you didn't have to show me that. You didn't have to. And if you're going to show me it, you might as well just show me it entirely. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into Pan's Labyrinth. Now, I do know of Guillermo del Toro and just his legacy and just how brilliant of an artist he is. So I am not a stranger to him as an artist, but I'm definitely a stranger to him and a few of his films. I just never gotten a chance to really get into them, but I know ripples of what he's done within the art community just in general. For example, he reminds me of a lot like Hideo Kojima when it comes to just their complete faith in themselves and embracing their art and their craftsmanship. I was really excited getting ready to hear about the new Silent Hill that they're about to come out, but unfortunately that's been disbanded. And it was just, I don't know, I was just really excited about that. But yes, I just wanted to say I do know of him as a director, and I do know of like his quality of a director. So I just want you guys to know that, knowing him, I know there's probably gonna be a lot of either references or a lot of things that have to do with plucking things from like films, because I do remember hearing an interview with him when he said something about that. If I don't catch something, just know that I don't know everything in the book, but I'm just here for the ride. I heard a lot about this film and just its magical properties, but I just never ventured down and actually watched it from beginning, middle to end. I only saw images of a few of the monsters. I think that's where isn't that to do with the eye, you got the eyes on the hands. I remember seeing that way back then when I just started getting into Photoshop, and I did something similar to that because I was inspired off of that design. So Guillermo del Toro actually, in a weird way, has always been an inspiration to my art, even though I just haven't ventured into his. So I'm really happy that I'm able to kind of take that journey now and kind of really fully appreciate just him as an artist, because in my opinion, I think he's probably more than just a director. I think he's he's in a category of his own, similar to that of Quentin Tarantino and all these other artists that range outside of filmmaking, when they just truly embrace their own craftsmanship and can just fluidly create worlds upon worlds because of just their imagination and the ease that they're able to approach that imagination and put it onto the screen or on paper or on a music sheet, whatever. I think that's awesome. I think he's one of those people. So again, I'm really excited about this. Like always, guys, if you want to support the channel, definitely check out the Patreon link. This is going to be one of those films where I would probably recommend checking out the full length because there's going to be a lot happening. But if you're not able to do that, don't worry, don't trip at all. Just, if you want to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help out as well. But if you don't want to do that either, definitely just sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks, and just enjoy Pan's Labyrinth. So without further ado, guys, I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all. I appreciate your support. I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all doing as best as you can out here. Just take it one day at a time, or at least one step at a time. So again, without further ado, let me stop talking. Let's hop right into Pan's Labyrinth. Again, guys, if you want to see the full length and maybe your favorite part isn't in the YouTube edit, I would like to reiterate, check out the Patreon link below. Well, that was interesting. It looked like she was bleeding from her nose, and it reversed time and went back up, her nose. Whatever happened, looked like it probably hurt.
El sol la cegó y borró de su memoria cualquier indicio del pasado.
God, man, this is beautiful. Wow.
La princesa.
Just the way this is playing out reminds me of a play or something, or like a fantasy, which would explain the monsters, I guess. Yeah, hell to the no. If I saw that, I would not be smiling at that.
Mi padre era un sastre. Se perdió al empezar la guerra. El capitán no es mi padre.
Me queda claro. ¿Vamos?
She's like, you need to shut up. Like, this guy is probably real dictator like. Just the way he got pissed that she shook his hand with the wrong one. That, all right. That was a very ominous shot, the way it lingered onto that. What was that about? Is that going to hold some importance later on?
Piedra negra y áspera. Al caer la tarde, en la cima de esa montaña, florecía todas las noches.
Wow. Wow, those transitions have just melted me a little bit. That was insane. I was zoned out a little bit. That was a beautifully well executed transition right there. I love how the editing is being used in the form of like storytelling, you know? It kind of reminds me of Speed Racer, actually.
Capitán, su mujer no debió haber viajado en un estado tan avanzado de embarazo.
¿Esa es su opinión?
Mi opinión profesional, sí, señor.
Man, something tells me this captain, man, he is like all about power, man. Like, he probably hates to be told wrong. Like, I just get that vibe from him, just how sharp he just reacts when someone defies him in the slightest bit.
Si mi padre lo dice, cazaba conejos.
Damn, this scene has a lot of tension in it, actually. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I was not expecting that. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Yeah, this dude's a problem. This dude is a problem. Sheesh, that was brutal. Damn. What on earth, man? This is wild. This is really cool. This entire concept so far has just been like one of a kind. I've never seen anything like this. Like, it's like this weird fairy tale, but like it's not a child fairy tale, man. Like, it's not. Just saw someone's teeth and nose get bashed in with the butt of a gun repeatedly. Dark fantasy sort of thing, like you know, I mentioned it several times in other videos, but like Berserk, you know, where dark fantasy is like this twisted sense of, you know, what we usually take on fantasies or fairy tales, like, you know, Disney, but if we just Lord of the Rings them, it slapped on like an R-rated an R rating on it. I think the cool thing about that is that you're able to really tell some very complicated stories or complex stories. Not to say that you can't when it's not like that, but because you're able to kind of really, you know, take a more adult approach to the story, especially with the visuals, you can craft something a little bit deeper that has a lot more depth. That reveal, though, was insane. That reveal, though, was absolutely insane. What the heck? It's also really cool to hear them speak Spanish, too. I think we're so used to them speaking English. And I love the design of this monster, man. Like, I don't think there's any CGI with it. I think it's all practical.
No se ha perdido. ¿Quién no os habéis vuelto una mortal?
The sound design. Oh my goodness. The creaking and the growling and the breathing. So much thought put into that. Dude, this is really cool. Like, this entire journey that I've embarked on so far has just been incredibly interesting. I think it's just even better that it's all in Spanish. I love that. I think that's just so cool. I'm just not used to seeing that. I really am.
¿Es la única copia?
La única, señor.
A partir de hoy la llevo yo.
¡Capitán!
Yeah, he suspects something from her. I definitely believe she's probably working, you know, what is there, like a militia? Like the rebellions? Is that what he said earlier? I do believe, like, you know, she's probably doing something with them. Yeah, a little bit of like Alice in Wonderland type of stuff going on there. I wonder if that was like a little reference from that. Because I'm definitely getting Alice vibes from that. Especially with the outfit she's wearing. God, man. I gotta say, man, this film looks absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, the colors and the contrast within this film is just excellent. So cool. Oh my god, dude. Yo, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. I never thought I'd be seeing this, y'all. I did not expect to be seeing this. That's a whole lot of trauma for a kid, I'll give you that. She's doing something I would never be doing in a million gazillion years in every dimension.
En eso se equivoca. Yo estoy aquí porque quiero que mi hijo nazca en una España limpia y nueva.
Yeah, this dude's psychotic, man. He's one of those dictators where he's like, oh, I'll do anything for my legacy. So let me go ahead and destroy and burn and kill and mutilate millions of people. But dear God, if I bring my son into a horrible world.
El capitán.
A él más que a mí.
She's happy as hell about that. I would be too. You know what? F him. I'm with you, Ophelia. I am with you all the way. F the Capitán.
Tío, le alegra mucho vuestro éxito.
God, yo, man. Like, the level of detail within just this costume is insane. It's like really blowing me away. Like the little shivers it would do. Like, you have to think of that. Like, that's insane. This feels like there's like two separate stories happening at the same time. You know, they're like intertwined with one another. Like, there's this rebellion story, and then there's like this quest in this fantasy world with Ophelia.
No es excusa para la negligencia. Mira, esta es una mandrágora, una planta que soñaba.
I'm not liking how everybody's trying to boss Ophelia around. If I could be honest with you. I just don't like it. I don't like how everybody's just kind of telling her what to do. Like, she could think for herself.
Absolutamente nada. Os va la vida en ello.
Well, that's very specific, actually. Something tells me she's probably going to attempt to eat something. Because that was like, hey, whatever you do, don't eat this. Please just don't eat it. Your life depends on it. Don't eat it. Oh my God, why did they do that? Why did they do that at the last minute? Guillermo, you didn't have to show me that. You didn't have to. And if you're going to show me it, you might as well just show me it entirely. He showed like a fraction of it, but it was still like gruesome enough for me to kind of visualize it. Man, I hate you. Dude, this is so sick. Oh my goodness, man. And here, this guy was about to collaborate with Hideo Kojima in a horror, video game, bro. Like, what? I'm so sad that that didn't happen. Like, just look at this, man. Look at the art direction. Oh boy, is that the is that the homie with the eyes and the hands? Golly, that is hideous looking. It's interesting because like this actually is like parallel to the dinner table scene from when the El Capitan was having, you know, all of the people there eating. This is almost like a reverse image. Well, not a reverse, but a parallel to that. And it looks like he's sitting like right where that dude was sitting. Which makes sense because, you know, he's probably a mass murderer. And so is this demonic thing. Why would you do that? Oh my God. No, I knew it. I knew she was going to do something. Ophelia, I was rocking with you, but you can't be doing that. You done effed up. Oh my God, there he is. Wow. That is hideous. That is absolutely hideous, man. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Like, that's a shame. That is a shame. This is some weird Silent Hill type stuff going on. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine like a horror Lord of the Rings? Like Lord of the Rings, but you're just a regular human. Oh, that would be terrifying. I can't believe like this is like also happening as well. It almost feels like Ophelia's quest and Fidel's quest are like doing the same thing. Like they're both trying to complete their quest. Like maybe Fidel is living in his own fantasy, you know? Or he's trying to make the world his own fantasy because of maybe the reality he grew up in. Maybe he didn't have a good relationship with his father. I don't know. I'm just kind of... I don't know.
Ya vamos a tener una relación, ¿cómo diría yo? Más estrecha.
Dude.
Como de hermanos.
Yo, this guy is... I don't know. I didn't look at the rating for this film. I thought it was going to be like PG-13, but this is some rated R-ish right here, man.
Nuestra memoria se desvanecerá en el tiempo y nosotros desapareceremos con ella.
Damn. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, I know she would probably get, yelled at, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. He said, no, you're banned for life. You can't come back, fam.
Así, sin pensarlo. Eso solo lo hacen gentes como usted.
Exactly. I'm so happy he, at the last moment, just stood his ground, because I know he's fucking dead. Damn. Wow. What a scene. Oh my goodness. That was so well shot. Wow. I loved how that was shot, man. I ain't talking about the gun, guys. I'm talking about the camera, okay? Damn. Oh my God. They didn't even address it to the freaking daughter. Like, just, like, what on earth, man?
Al principio, no voy a poder confiar.
Woo! Good job! I was not expecting her to actually get him. Stab him again. Over and over. Just keep going.
Y un hombre herido, hijo de puta. Hijo de puta. No se te ocurra tocar a la niñera. No serás el primer cerdo que degüella.
Good job. Yo, she is top dog. That's what I'm talking about, man. You should kill his... Let me stop cussing. My mom watches these, by the way, so that's why I'm not cussing too much. But, Mom, come on. I think we can both agree that she should kill his ass ASAP, right?
He decidido daros otra oportunidad.
Oh. Oh. Dude, she's so scared. Oh, my God. Oh. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. The shot pays off now. The shot pays off. She is spiking this dude. Good work. Damn, yo, she made like a Nike commercial and really just hopped on out of there, didn't she? She started booking it.
Inocente, solo un poco de sangre, un pinchazo tan solo es la última prueba.
Oh man, dude, I thought you was cool, man. Now you giving off weird vibes, bro. Now you want to. And this whole thing with obeying, like, why is everybody telling her what to do? Stop! Like, I'm tired of that, yo.
Una por él por quien habéis sido humillada e ignorada.
Sí, la niego.
Wait, what? Is she imagining it? No. Or is it because he's drugged? What's happening here? This has to be real, though, right?
No.
Bro, he just shot her, bro. What the fuck? Bro, he really just shot her and just dipped. Well, there goes your drop of blood of the innocent right there. I'm assuming that's probably going to reflect off of, like, the first scene that we saw at the beginning of the movie.
Decirle a qué hora murió su padre. Decirle que yo.
Ni siquiera sabrá tu nombre.
Yo, she is so dope. She is so dope. I love her. Whoever written her character, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You do not deserve that. Get out of here. She said he won't even remember your name. Oh my God, that's cold-blooded. Damn, this is beautiful. This is seriously beautiful. Wow.
Padre.
Aw.
Habéis derramado vuestra sangre antes que la de un inocente. Esa era la última prueba.
There you go. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, she gets to have her own little world, man. That's awesome, man. All right, that was a happy ending. I'll take that. I will definitely take that happy ending.
Visible solo para aquel que sepa dónde mirar.
That's awesome. That was a good ending. I love that. I love that. Guys, and that is the end of Pan's Labyrinth. All right, everybody, we just got done wrapping up Pan's Labyrinth. Wow. Yo. All right, so already, the first thing that kind of I could say off the bat is how this film kind of blew expectations, or I should say flipped my expectations, because I'm so used to fantasy stories, you know, having this mystical safety net around their characters, because, you know, Disney and you know, I don't know if Pixar does it, but like I'm just used to, you know, like Snow White, Alice in Wonderland, you know, fantasies and everything. And as I grew older, Lord of the Rings, you know, the introduction to that, the introduction, I would even, you know, classify Star Wars as that, even though it's a little bit more sci-fi. The whole concept of, like, you know, saving the princess, going into the woods, doing this, doing that, obviously Narnia, all that good stuff. They started to take more of like I don't want to call it a realistic approach, but a more darker approach, you know, exploring more of like the grayer areas of a fantasy, instead of following this, you know, rubric of, like, you know, this 3-act structure of saving the princess, defeating a dragon, doing this, you know. I think Del Toro knew that. He knew that and intentionally went into this with saying, hey, I'm going to defy all your expectations and show kids getting capped, things getting their head eaten off, or I say bit off. We're going to be showing, you know, people's mouths getting ripped open, people's skulls getting crashed into. Like, there's a lot of brutal violence. And I'm not talking about like gore. I'm talking about like just the context of it. And I think of just how it was shot as well. Just kind of proved that. But that did not take away from the fantastical element. I think it only heightened it even more, especially towards the end there. And man, I think it told such a phenomenal story that I think could be picked apart, you know, for ages, and trying to capture it all within, like, you know, the few minutes of this video is just it's a feat I know damn well I won't be able to do. Hence why I'm just telling you guys how I felt. I guess you could say while watching and in aftermath of watching Pan's Labyrinth. This was great. I love this. This was one of those films where I just was like blown away by it. And the fact that it was all in Spanish, I think, just led to that feeling just being so much more original. That was awesome. I absolutely love that. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this film. What was your reaction and your comments during the first time you watched something like this? Were you inspired by the creations of these monsters, as well as like the context within this film? Do you agree with what I said or not? Let me know in the comments below. But like always, guys, stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.